Hello everyone. Let us provide the solution to this problem simultaneously. Okay, so we have x plus y equals 10. Call this our equation 1. Then xy equals 10 again. Call this equation 2. Now, what do? I am not going to solve this simultaneously. I'm using elimination method, but I will solve it simultaneously using substitution method. And from equation 1, we can say that y is 10 minus x. This is obtained from equation 1, and we shall call it equation 3. Now, put this equation 1 into equation 2. Well, equation 2 is xy equals 10. Now, in place of y, what do I write? 10 minus x. Then this is equal to 10. So that we can now open the bracket to get 10x minus x squared, which is equal to 10. And the next point is to make, to write the one with the highest power first. So we have x squared, but it's negative, then plus 10x. I will bring this to this, it becomes minus 10, and we have 0 on the right. If you fail to write 0, that means you're not introducing equal sign. It becomes just an expression, and we are looking at an equation already. Okay, so it will be wrong. You must introduce the 0 after introducing equal sign. Now remove the negative by multiplying everything by negative 1. That gives us positive x squared. This gives us negative 10x, and here we have positive 10, and then we have 0. There's nothing like positive 0 or negative 0. This is now equal. This is now a quadratic equation, and we will solve this using the formula. Our x is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. This will be over 2a. Every time you have this kind of a problem, it is advisable you point out your ABC. Now, our a is the coefficient of x squared, 1. Our b is the coefficient of x, minus 10. And then our c is a coefficient, is a constant, which is 10. Now let's put this into the formula. X will now be minus b, that will be minus 10. This negative will appear first, and b itself is minus 10, so it has to be in brackets. And then we have plus or minus square root of b squared, which will be minus 10 squared. If you don't have this bracket in the square root, you're wrong. Then minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c is 10. Then we divide all of this by 2 times 1. So to continue, our x will be negative is positive, plus or minus 10 squared is 100, then minus 40. That is 4 times 1 times 10. We divide all of this by 2. Now our x is equal to 10 plus or minus, then we have square root of 60. Don't be tempted to find the square root of 40, then find the square root of 100, and then find the square root of 40. That will give you a wrong solution. You subtract first before finding the square root. We divide this by 2. Okay. The next thing we will do is to break the root into 2, or to break it into simpler form. X will now be 10 plus or minus square root of 4 times 15. That will give us 60. Then we divide by 2. So if we continue, then x will be 10 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2. Then we have root 15. And we are dividing this by 2 as well. So from here, what do we do? 2 here can go into this, and the same 2 will go into this. So we have x to be 5. 2 into 10 is 5, then plus or minus 2 into 2 is 1, and that will give us just 15, root 15 on that side. So we have this. Another way you do this is to factorize the numerator. The common factor is 2. So the 2 will now cancel, and you have your 5 and just root 15 over there. So from here now, let us continue. So this means that our x is equal to 5, right, plus root 15, or 5 minus root 15. But then remember that this is a quadratic simultaneous equation, and we have to get the value of x and y. This is the point where we go back to equation 3, where we got y equals 10 minus x, if we can recall. But now that we have our x, we'll get the corresponding value of y. So y from here will be 10 minus, you would open the bracket to write 5 plus root 15. If you do not do this, you will be wrong. Now this means that y is equal to 10 minus 5 minus root 15, because the negative will open the bracket. Now y is equal to 10 minus 5 is 5, then minus root 15. So this is the value of y. We are saying that when x is equal to 5 plus root 15, y is equal to 5 minus root 15. This is 15. So this is what we have at this point. Then we go for the other, when x is 5 minus root 15. So we get y to be 10 minus open bracket, x is now 5 minus square root of 15. We open the bracket again, so that y is 10 minus 5. We open the bracket, we have 5. Negative will open the bracket, so we have negative 5. Negative, negative will give positive. Then we have root 15. This means that our y is 5 plus root 15. So we are also saying that when x is equal to 5 minus root 15, y is equal to 5 plus square root of 15. So at this point, we have solved the equation completely. Thank you for following this to the end. If you love the method I used, then subscribe to my channel, because that way you will be doing me a favor.